Well, good morning. It's bright and early, roughly around 6 o'clock in the morning. We're on Rend Lake, and we're pre-fishing for a tournament, Crappie Masters tournament here. Me and Marcus are putting in the time. We have put a lot of time. If you saw that last episode, it's all about putting in the time, and this is our last pre-fishing day. And Marcus is about to put me in the water. And we're gonna put some big fish in the boat. We're only gonna stay out here for, I think we're gonna probably be out here for 5 or 6 hours to get this done and kind of finalize what our plan is gonna be on tournament day. So stay tuned, please subscribe. Gonna be a great episode on Rend Lake. Check it out.
Thanks for watching 3 Pound Fishing, partnered up with these fantastic companies.
That's right, folks. This is the last day of pre-fish for the Rend Lake event, the one event that I really want to win. I know there's going to be a big turnout, and so it's very important for me and Marcus to do a good showing here, and we want to win it. And if we don't win it this time, we can't wait to come back here for the championship at the end of the year, because that will be our goal then as well. So we are putting in the time. So we're going to show you what we're doing. If you like this type of content, do me a favor, subscribe. This is going to be a great episode. It's going to get windy, and we put big fish in the boat. You gotta love the mornings, folks. It's just incredible. It's beautiful. It's gonna be a beautiful sunrise. Now, those people that are familiar with Rend Lake know where I'm putting in at right now. Ina. It's just, to be quite honest with you, we forgot, we passed the exit that we were supposed to take, and we said, well, let's just put it in at Ina. So that's where we're gonna start today. Do a little finding here real quick. Like, we're gonna spend about 30 minutes in Ina, and then we're gonna run around the lake and check out other areas. So. You gotta love the start to a new day, folks. Just crisp out here, nice and cool. Water temperature is sitting at roughly around, going up. So I'm gonna guess it's gonna be sitting around 63-ish. We're gonna see here. We're gonna vertical structure fish. Right off the bat. First fish of the morning. That didn't take long. Temperature is 63 degrees. That's your ho-hum pounder right there. Probably a little bit over.
It's just that easy. I mean, Matt tells me to put it on him, and I do it.
You know what's funny about that is he's right. He was a sharpshooter on this day, man. Anytime we were casting at it, and that was kind of our new sequence, he would cast at it, and then we'd wander on up. If he didn't get the fish, I'd wander up, we'd jig it, and we'd pick up the fish. But he was on this day for sure.
Folks, Matt's got a fish to show you.
I don't know what you're talking about. Marcus is casting like a king. All right, so on these pre-fish days, we move. We're verifying spots. We're verifying if the fish are still there. And so we're moving around the lake the entire time. But in this episode, I'm going to show you a new bait that I'm introducing to the tackle shop on my website, so check it out. And also a new technique that we're starting to use when we actually vertical jig these fish. So excited about that for sure. And well, you kind of can see them right there. That's kind of the secret. We're going to talk about that. And again, baits, techniques. We're doing a whole new technique on Rend Lake, and it has been extremely successful for us. And again, Marcus casting and then me vertical jigging on it. It has worked great. It's not been the technique we use on some lakes, but on Rend Lake, it seemed to work flawlessly. All right, the new bait is coming up here shortly on the next clip. But let me just tell you about Rend Lake. Their bite is a thump. It is probably one of the easiest lakes to catch crappie because of how long these fish hold on to the bait. There's no need to be quick. I mean, it is a very big thump, which is a lot of fun for crappie anglers. So I do recommend coming to Rend Lake because it's such a, I won't say easy, but I mean, man, the fish really hang on to the bait. And the one I'm about to show you, they hang on to it big time. So I'm trying a new bait. This is called Jack-o'-lantern. We're gonna call that guy Jack here on Rend Lake. We're gonna give it a try right now and see if it's gonna be a new add to the website. If you haven't checked out the hair jigs, please do so. Here's a loop knot with the braid. Just swing it around and jam it right through that hole there. It's not as easy with braid for sure. I'm sure there's a better knot. If you could, comment below and let me know what that better knot is. But there it is. That worked out pretty well. And see if this bait works on Rend Lake. Made it up last night. I always supplement, for the most part, a 1/16 with a number 7 split shot. We're gonna give it a rip. We've got good fish in the boat, mostly pounders, maybe a couple 1.2s, but that's good. That's what we expected here. Double up. So like I said, we're moving around a lot, and we're going to have the exact same wind in the next day, which is tournament day. So that's about a 13-mile-an-hour wind out of the south. You can't tell it by this cove, so we were looking at some spots that maybe could get us out of the wind to see if there were options. But these next clips that are coming up, you're going to see that we've got the wind really kicking, and that's when we started using the drift paddles and trying to figure out, is that something we can use when we want a vertical jig going downwind? And that's when we really thought we could use them. Now we have a lot to learn in that respect, and I'm about to go over it here shortly.
You don't need a live scope when you got a Marcus, baby.
That big. Bam! I think Jack's gonna go on the website. What do you think, Marcus?
Put it on there.
He said put it on there. That is a hog right there. Big fish. Big fish. Trying something new for you guys that are scoping with power poles. I brought the drift paddles. I've had them forever, and I just, you know, when I was spider rigging, I would use them, but since live scopes come about, I've always put them away. But you can check it out. It slows us down big time. We're just now getting used to it. I gotta admit, I like it going downwind, having that ability. We just caught that fish with that, slowing us down completely. But I don't know yet. Is there a way to speed up those little the buttons down there on the floor so they go down quicker? Is my only question. But we're trying them out today. This is the first time. It's kind of interesting. And the techniques were working. I mean, with Marcus casting, and he was on fire today, in vertical jigging, we were catching tons of pound fish. And we now know that a good fish on Rend Lake at this particular point was a 1.5 to 2 pounds. I hadn't seen a 2-pounder registered or anybody talk about a 2-pounder, so I knew that if anybody that was catching a 1.5 or 1.6 was going to be a good number. So we actually put the number on the tournament at roughly around 10.5 pounds as the winning weight, or something that would be very close to the winning weight. So that's our bogey essentially, and we've hit that number in 3 of the 4 practice days. Now this day we don't stay out very long. We're just spot checking our spots, and that's it, and then we don't. So I'm not going to even count this, but we were hitting that 10.5 number the days that we were out here. So we felt pretty good going into the event. Now you're going against people that know this lake extremely well, so you have to have your A game to compete. Marcus is putting a hammer on today. He's a casting fool. We're having more luck going with the wind than going against the wind. Very interesting. I kind of like it. I kind of like the paddles, the drift paddles. Hey, thanks for watching. We appreciate it. Great day on Rend Lake. Just getting ready for a tournament. We're going to take you along for the ride. So stay tuned for the next episode. Hopefully we'll be hoisting some trophies. That's our plan. Be free, be free.
See you guys for your parents tomorrow.
So that's the last of the pre-fish videos. The next one up is going to be the main event, the actual event on Rend Lake. Excited about sharing that with you guys. And I'll tell you, me and Marcus worked extremely hard. It's very important to put the time in on these tournaments. It's a little bit easier, obviously, on these local events, which I totally want to applaud Crappie Masters for having a local trail that makes it a lot easier on people. But can you imagine how hard it is on the national qualifiers when you're away from your family, 5-7 hours away? So we really applaud the local things, and we enjoy participating in them, and we think we're going to fare very well this year on our local trails. So stick with us. The next episode's up, and look forward to sharing it with you. And check out that new jig on the website, 3poundfishing.com. Jack.
Thanks for watching 3 Pound Fishing, partnered up with these fantastic companies.